Anything else about the playoffs?
Oh, we got you ain't going to second round matchups.
No, I mean, I don't. Not yet. I mean, if you want to, real quick.
Okay, we ain't got to do that. But give me your finals prediction.
I mean, I could do semifinals. Wait. We're talking about. Oh, what if the Rockets play the Lakers in the second round?
I'm scared.
That would be interesting. Honestly, you were talking about like a month ago. You're like Lakers are in a good position for the playoffs,
Well,
right?
but that was before I realized the Rockets jumped to 4.
Like, what was it? It was going to be like the Grizzlies and then the Jazz.
And now they're gonna have to go through Portland, Houston,
Dang.
and the Clippers. Yeah, they ain't happening, Chief.
So it went from Ja Morant and Donovan Mitchell to Dame Lillard and James Harden.
Mm-hmm.
Dang, that's tough. Uh, Man, James Harden could really prove something.
Okay, see, I agree with you, but I'm also scared that the narrative of, well, that championship will have an asterisk if they win this year, you know?
It's gonna happen regardless. Yeah, that's gonna be every final since 26, ever since 2015. Honestly, has had an asterisk. And honestly, I'm just tired of it. I'm like, if they're gonna win, they're gonna win. You know, just call it what it is. Yeah, it's getting annoying. It's been like that since 2015. Because like ever since like Kyrie and Kevin Love got hurt in the finals, it was like, oh, that doesn't count. And then 2016, Draymond getting suspended, that
Okay,
doesn't count.
before
KD doesn't count.
okay, yeah, I agree. But 2015 and 2016 are two totally different things. I ain't trying to hear because Draymond got suspended.
That's true. No, that's
Compared
true.
to Kyrie and K Love.
The 2015 finals was heavily like asterisks.
Yeah, because LeBron took them 6 games. So I'm like, if they would have had Kyrie past game 1, they probably would have won the series.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. But all right, semifinals. Well, and I was gonna say like with James Harden, this is like the first time where he doesn't have to play the KD or the Warriors now.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's why like I haven't really, yeah, he doesn't step up in the playoffs, but I'll give him a pass because he's playing the greatest team ever. It's just, but that could be interesting where James Harden beats the Lakers and then has to play the Clippers.
And then he'd possibly have to face his nemesis in Giannis.
Oh yeah, that'd be fun. That'd be fun. Yeah. I'm gonna say, I mean, I'm gonna do the East first. Man, I want the Bucks to lose so bad. But they've been kind of bad too in this bubble. I'm gonna say Bucks versus. No, I don't want to do that. No. Do you have like a prediction or East semifinal?
I have the Bucks and 6 over Miami. And
wait, in the semis?
Yeah, wouldn't they play in the semis?
Oh yeah, second round.
Yeah, and then second round, excuse me. Yeah, and then I have Raptors. Raptors and Celtics.
That's gonna be an interesting series. That's gonna be like questions are getting answered series. Because that could elevate Tatum's legendariness.
Man, the Raptors just are weirdly good.
Yeah.
Raptors and 7.
Yeah. I have the same, but I don't know. I kind of think the Heat could take the Bucks.
They could.
I think the Heat could do something.
The Heat give the Bucks the most problems.
Mm-hmm. Like I think, like I have like Raptors versus Heat in the conference finals.
You got Jimmy Butler making it all the way through.
Yes. Raptors versus Heat, but I think the Raptors could beat the Heat in the conference finals. Yeah, so that's what I got
So you got
coming
the
out of the East.
Raptors in it. You got
Yeah,
Toronto coming out the
I'm
East.
I'm a believer now. I've
I
seen enough
tried to tell you. But so
because
does that mean you got the Clippers facing the Raptors?
yeah,
Kawhi facing the Raptors?
yeah, I do. I
That'd be
do.
interesting.
Yeah, I made that prediction forgetting about the whole Kawhi Raptors thing. I was like, oh, that could be really interesting actually. So yeah, I had the Clippers beating the Raptors in the finals. But yeah, we can do the West real quick. What was it? So you had Lakers versus Rockets. Who do you got? That's what I'm saying. There's got to be some upsets, so that's
Okay.
why I'm saying
I don't like this matchup for the Lakers. However, it will benefit them because almost in every position they'll have the height advantage. But the Rockets have proven that they don't need rebounding to win games because they've been getting rebounded almost every game in the bubble and still been winning games.
Mhm.
Mm.
I'm going for the risk and saying the Rockets are
I
going to win.
was going to say Rockets in 6.
Yeah, Rockets. I have Rockets in 7. Let's see. All right, Clippers versus Nuggets.
Man.
The Nuggets are about to be that team that no one takes serious. That's always good. Because Jokic, no one is afraid of Jokic. No one. So, yeah, I got Clippers over Nuggets in 6. And then yeah,
And
hope
I got Clippers. I got the Clippers beating the Rockets in 7 games.
yeah. I'll say 6. The only thing about the Clippers is that Paul George is not good. That's the only thing I'm like, I don't know. But they have depth.
Wait, did you say Paul George is not good?
Not that good. Like everybody, I've always said this. Like he's not a top 10, not top 15 player. Playoff P is kind of trash a little bit.
He maxed out after that 2013 run to the
Exactly. He hasn't had a successful playoff series since that long ago. But I mean, the depth is just something. That's the secret now to winning. Like I don't like the Clippers. I hate their jerseys. But
I hate their jersey.
yeah, I got. So who do you have in the East? The Bucks versus Raptors.
Yeah.
So what? You got the Bucks. We got the same finals. Unless you're a believer.
I am a believer in Toronto, and as much as I want them to win,
Yeah.
I think the Bucks are a little. The Bucks will remember what happened last year, and the Bucks are a little too big for them. So I'll have the Bucks in 7.
Yeah, the Bucks. So the Bucks versus Clippers. Did you get another call?
Yeah, it was just Ruby. So.
Oh, Clippers versus Bucks.
Yeah.
You got
Clippers in 6.
I don't want the Clippers to win.
Neither do I. But they have the most depth, and that roster is just it's hard to beat when they're fully healthy.
Yeah, it's just like this would be so different if it was like home court advantage, like a normal finals, normal playoffs. Man, Clippers Raptors. Ugh. That'd be a crazy storyline. Yeah. So, man, what if if my prediction's right and there's no finals with Lakers and Bucks? Like, there's gonna be a lot of questions, type of thing, of like, are the Lakers like LeBron, stories, and then Giannis. If Giannis doesn't make the finals, there's gonna be such a
I'm
Like,
done with Giannis. I'm
Dame,
done.
it's going to turn into another LeBron situation in Cleveland because LeBron did the exact same thing. He won back-to-back MVPs, didn't make the finals either year. So, yeah, it's going to get a lot of narratives going on. I think I'm looking way into the future. I think Giannis could go to the Heat if if that happens, if he doesn't go to the finals. Um, just because I feel like the Heat could pull off that trade with so much of their like depth they got going on, and the magic of Pat Riley. Yeah, it could be a thing. Do you see Giannis going anywhere potentially?
Man,
If,
he better leave Milwaukee.
um, but he's got to stay with this team.
Man,
I hate that narrative so much. Um, I hate it so much when like Mavs fans talk about, oh, Dirk stayed all 20 years.
and that's why y'all won one ring.
Yeah. Luka's not doing that. Luka's not staying if they don't win. That's what I like about Luka. But okay. Is that it for? Oh, I was talking about this earlier when you were away. The Skip Bayless Dame Lillard situation.
Yeah.
I mean, Skip is like kind of right. Like he doesn't have success.
Right.
You know?
Skip is okay. If I look at any, first of all, I don't like the term superstar. I will agree with Dame. Like if I look at any top tier player across the board, the one that's had the least amount of success, even Paul George has had more success than him.
Mm-hmm.
It's Dame Lillard.
Yeah. And it was just last year that Dame got a little bit of respect for going to the conference finals.
And they got swept.
Yeah.
They didn't win a game.
And it's just like,
the crazy thing about that conference finals though is the Blazers in every game had a double-digit lead, and they lost all the games.
Wow. I think I remember seeing that, but yeah, it's just like, yeah, Dame's really talking, and so that's why I'm like, we're gonna have to go through another year of this. Like, if they were to lose in the first round, and it's just like, now what? Like, what does Dame want now? It's just, yeah. So, I mean, Dame could get a lot more respect if he ends up being the Lakers. That could be something. What else? Anything with the playoffs?
Excited to see all these storylines. TJ Warren, Jimmy Butler.
Yeah.
Dame talking about put respect on my name. Like, there's a whole bunch of good storylines coming.
Dame Lillard is like, he's like that guy that's like, he works hard, and what is it called? I mean, just because you work hard doesn't mean you're successful type of guy.
Right.
So yeah, he's that guy, and it's just like, okay, you work hard, you are like, your work ethic is crazy, but like, you got to have something success in the playoffs. So yeah, it's just kind of like a weird thing. Yeah, I mean, we respect Damian Lillard, but the team, like that's the thing. But yeah, TJ Warren, we'll see if he can. Did he have his worst game against the Heat? Like a 12-point, or did he do decent?
No, I think he did pretty bad.
Okay, I think that was a game where he had like 12 points or something. But yeah, we'll see what Dane or TJ's all about. I mean, the other storylines are what, like the Lakers and Bucks struggling in the bubble.
Yeah.
Like win-loss wise. Poor Devin Booker. They go 8-0. Man, we were so close for a Dame versus Booker playing game. That would have been wild. All right, what else? You got any NBA things more? Or
I mean, Book's the next Kobe Bryant, right?
yeah, he is. He is. He's doing exactly what Kobe did in those late without Shaq era. But maybe I mean I hope they can bring this 8-0 momentum into next year. Um, but
Just you remember how like everybody was like, the Suns picked up Cameron Johnson with the number 11 pick in last year's draft, but he's low key turning out to be a really good player for them.
yeah, pretty solid. I think DeAndre Ayton is like kind of finding his like space now.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's getting a lot more decent. But what is it? What was I gonna say? Lost my train of thought. Oh, I was gonna say, do you think next year's season is gonna be in the bubble? I think
Next year's season, it's supposed to
so.
start in December, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's gonna be in the bubble.
I was hearing a theory because the NBA really hasn't like talked about it much about next year, and I heard a couple of theories of like because the players being in a bubble for that long is horrible. 3 months is okay right now, but like what 6-7 months. So what I heard is like maybe doing a thing of like splitting it into 4 parts of the season, or like being in a bubble for like 2 or 3 months, taking a month break, and then a bubble, and then a month break type of thing. So that would be so weird, right? Like that would be so weird.